Hi there, it's Tracy here from the Papercraft studio. Thank you for joining me today. Today I'm going to show you how to make my Cake Celebrations step panel card. So it folds flat, one way or the other, and then it stands like this on its own. So this is how it looks from the side. I love making these cards, and it's actually an online exclusive. So you may have missed it, but I think it's... I'm not always a big fan of the cake sets, but I really like this. So let's see, I'm not getting the light on it. So you've got some great sentiments there. You've got layers to stamp for the cake. So these are like a really modern cake. Little candles, a cake stand. Let me see, are there any other ones? Actually, I'm looking for my dies, actually, which I've got some out already. I'm taking these to class, but these cut out the cake stand, the little flowers, and then these two are also dies, and the little kind of cake banner as well. So yeah, it's a really nice set. So also in the dies, oh, here we go, these are the other frosting, these are the candles, I believe, and the layers. So really nice set. Okay, so let me show you the supplies you need. Quite a few layers on this one, and I'm just going to say up front, I've made a mistake here that the deckled rectangles are now discontinued. So if you don't have those, I'll give you the measurement of this piece of cardstock. You can easily just switch out for that. But yeah, a bit sad they're gone, actually. Just didn't realise. So that's the thing with online exclusives. You kind of have to get them while they're available, because they're on a while stocks last basis. So if you do fancy getting this, then yeah, do pop an order in with me. Thank you. Okay, so you need a piece of thick basic white cardstock, and this measures 4 1/8 by 8 1/4. You need a piece of Melon Mambo cardstock. This measures 4 by 2 5/8. You need a piece of basic white cardstock that measures 3 7/8 by 2.5 inches. Now I've gone ahead and embossed this one, but I'll explain the embossing folder in a second. It's a Sale-a-bration offering, so free if you spend £55. You need a piece of designer series paper, and this measures 4 inches by 1 3/8. I just want to show you these papers because, again, they're an online exclusive. They are called Marbled Elegance, and they really are just beautiful. Look at this. Wow. So I've used these two for the top and bottom of the cake, but you get so many out of here, and they would make great anniversary card papers, or birthdays. This is the one that I'm running along the bottom. So you can either go for full-on swirls or the background papers. So you've got Melon Mambo and Real Red, I think it is, in this one. So that to one side, but a really lovely set of papers there. I've bought several packs. Again, an online exclusive. So if you do want to see the online exclusives, I'll have the links for all of my products in this, in any of my cards or projects. I always have the links to my online shop for each individual product below, sorry. But you can always have a look at the online shop on my online shop. So you go to my online shop, look for online online exclusives, and you'll see those there. Stop my rabbiting, Tracy. Where did we get up to? Designer series paper. Okay, so if you were using the deckled rectangles, you would use the 4th biggest, but if you don't have those, cut a piece of cardstock, basic white cardstock, that measures 2.5 inches by 3 7/8. You need another piece of Melon Mambo cardstock that measures, I may have got the wrong one here actually. Anyway, they're very similar. 4 1/16 by 2 11/16. So these are very similar sizes, but if you've got it in a kit from me, I've put a B on one of the pieces, and that's for the back panel. I've got a couple more pieces here, but I think that was just to cut from. Oh, and you just need a scrap to stamp on of basic white. Okay, so quite a few pieces here. Let me go ahead and show you the scoring on this piece. I love making these cards. They're very simple to do, but look like they're really, really complex. Okay, so with a long side along the top of the scoreboard, you want to score at, check I'm on the right one, 1/2 inch, 1.5 inches, 3 inches, and 4 inches. So 1/2, 1.5, 3, and 4. That's it. Okay, so you're going to fold it. It looks like it's almost in half. So use that final score line. And then we're going to fold all of these the same way and just give them a little burnish. So just unravel it each time and then fold the next score line over. Okay, on this last score line, on this last section, we're going to put some tape. So I've got it still folded over, and I'm just going to put some tear and tape. You can use glue if you like on this last panel. Okay, so there's a very simple way to put this card together. You don't have to try and kind of line it all up. Let me just check I don't have to do anything before I do this. No. So with this one still folded over, I'm going to take the backing off. So you've still got this folded over, and then you want 2 sections showing. So that one's folded, the next 2 sections showing, and just press it down, and that will be in the right place. Ta-da! So just a little tip there for you. Okay, let's go ahead and add the designer series paper down here. You could use either side, of course, if you like the swirly side. I really love our online exclusive offerings. Quite often I use them in my class. So yeah, really pretty. Right, so like I say, if you have this in a kit, I'll have written B on one of these pieces. It's a slightly smaller one. They look very similar, so we're not going to worry about that one for now. The one with the B on. Let me show you this embossing folder that's in the Sale-a-bration brochure. It is called Starstruck, and it's on page 7 of the Sale-a-bration brochure. Let's have a look here. Here we go, down here, this little one, and it's really, really cute, and I think it's ideal for, you know, birthdays basically, or celebrations of any sort. So I've gone ahead and run this through the embossing folder. This was the embossing machine. This was the piece that was 3 7/8 by 2.5. So I'm just going to stick that right over where we've put that B on the back here. So this piece is the 4 inches. Let me just check here. Yeah, this is the 4 inches by the 2 5/8 piece of Melon Mambo cardstock. So like I say, the smaller one of those two that look quite similar. It's not very straight, Tracy. Oh dear, come on. You can take your time getting that straight. Okay, so this then gets attached to this back panel here. You can do so many different styles or different papers on this card, and you know, different die cuts and things. I'm just going to pull that down while I put that on that top section so I can see where I'm going. There we go. So that's how we have our card so far. Okay, so we're going to take the bigger piece of Melon Mambo now, the 4 1/16 by 2 11/16. Reason it was so kind of particular was because I was putting this on here. So yeah, you can adjust the sizes if you're not keen on those ones. So I'm going to stick the rectangle, the deckled rectangle, onto the Melon Mambo. Okay, I just wanted a little border all the way around. Right, so I've gone ahead and cut myself some cake layers here. So like I said, I used the darker and the lighter one of the papers here. These two are also from the same, so you can see you can get different looks, but they've all got this little speckle of gold on. It's really pretty. I've also gone ahead and cut this little banner out of some gold foil. Right, let's do the stamping. Got my stamps here ready to take to class, actually. Oh, that one's come off. Okay, so the base here is in crumb cake. You can either use full-on crumb cake, or you can stamp off once if you'd rather. Let's do one stamped off, just to show you the difference there. Like I say, there are dies for all of these. Or you could actually fussy cut that. It's not too tricky, is it? And then the little flowers, you could do them in Melon Mambo as well, but I just decided I wanted mine a bit lighter. So I'm going to do these in Bubble Bath. You can see some of my class A's got a bit heavy-handed with the stars one time. Still stamps well. Okay, and then a couple of leaves I've done in Granny Apple Green. So you get a smaller one. Just going to spread all these. Oh, that wasn't very good. Spread all these out a bit because we're going to be putting the dies on top. That's better. Okay, actually, while I've got the inks out, I'm just going to stamp a greeting on the back. On this one I've just used Celebrate, but on this one I might do Happy Birthday, and I've mounted them separately. I did try putting them on one stamp, but it wasn't easy to there was too much of a gap between them just for the way the font is. So again, in crumb cake, I'm just gonna have this flat. The right way up here. Yes. Very swirly font, this one, so I couldn't quite see there. So, oh, it is upside down. Okay, let's try that again. That'll be a happy mistake. Happy. Do you know, I was thinking, does it look right? So you can obviously take care in making sure your stamps are the right way up. I think my class ladies will have a little giggle about that later. Okay, just goes to show, doesn't it? We're all human. Just gonna pop these back in here. Oh, that one, this one, so that I've got them ready to take to class. Okay, so, gosh, look at that rubbish. I'm actually going to just, oh no, I'll leave it for now. Okay, so where are we up to? We're going to die cut these. Like I say, we've got dies for all of these bits. I've popped some washi tape on mine, but you can use post-its to pin them in place if you don't have washi. They line up fairly easily. So just take your time. And, oh, I did that one a bit close. Don't worry if it's not perfect, because, you know, it's a lovely handmade card. So people will just be grateful, I'm sure. Is that one going to sit on there with that? I did it slightly closer, but I think I'll get away with that. Yeah, it's worth taking your time just to line them up as best you can. And then, did I do two the same size? I did. This is going well, isn't it, the video? It's my first videos of the year, so that's my excuse. Right, so let's pop this one down here. I'm going to try and get the flower the right way up. There we go. So there is a bit of a way with the flowers. You just need to keep spinning the dies around until you find the right angle, really. But this is this little tiny one down here. And then this one up here. So I'm going to pop these through the cutting machine. I'll be right back. Okay, so left a few of them on the machine. Come on. All right, here we go. So let's pop these ones out. And I'm just going to put these back in my little box for my class. Okay. Right, so this time, as I said, I did the lighter crumb cake, so you can see the difference there. I think both work, so whichever is your preference. Like I said, I just stamped off once for this one to make it lighter. Now, so we're going to stick this fairly near the bottom, probably about, what's that, about 1/4 inch up, something like that. Oops. Cake's going to fall off of that stand if I leave it at that angle. Oh, good old Tombow, we get a little bit of wiggle room. Okay, so the bottom cake I put on with a few dimensionals. I'm just going to get another set because these ones have run out. Okay, so like that. So pretty. And then you can just decide which way up you're going to go, but I'm going to put most of the gold on this side because my flowers are going over here, so I'm just going to overlap that slightly on the cake stand, and then again choose which side you think looks best. I'm going to go that way, I think, and I've just stuck this one down flat. So just slide that slightly underneath there as well. And then with your little banner thing here, you just need to dot some glue on the back, and it's just going to slightly tuck under here. So because we haven't got glue right to the edge, it's fine. So little dots on here. If you're not confident, just get little dots of glue out, then pop a little kind of blob in the corner, and then you can just keep dipping back in. Okay, so try not to get glue on my hands. So like I said, it's just going to tuck under slightly. I did this one a bit higher. Oh, maybe I pushed it down a little bit more. There we go. And then just press that. It might just take a second to set. Okay, so you can arrange these however you like, obviously, but I quite liked just having them offset to one side, and then I just layered up the flowers. I'll come in a bit like that, I think. So I'm going to stick this one down first. So just some glue on the kind of stalk end. Pop that one on there. Get this one on next. You know, and each time you can just pop it back on, all the bits back on, to see where you're going if you like. I'm just going to wing it. See what happens. Okay, so the smaller one I'm going to stick down flat, and this bigger one I'm going to pop on dimensionals. Oh, can't pick it up. Oh, very sweet. So let's see how I want to do those. This one might come in a bit there. Okay, so glue on this one. I think it was about there. If you pop this one back on top, you'll be able to move this one for a few seconds. And then, like I say, a dimensional on the back of this one. You may need a mini. I'm just going to snip a bit from one of these edge pieces on my bigger ones here. So that's what I've got to hand. You could stick them both flat. It would be absolutely fine. And then, oops, I'm going to pull that one over a bit. Just keep playing around until you've got it. Ooh, not up there, where you want it to be. I think actually that's the base there. There we go. Sweet. Okay, and then I'm going to use, this is also an online exclusive. It is called Gold Twisted Thread. And it frays slightly at the end, which I actually quite like. So you could fray the whole thing, really. You know, if you were putting some ribbon just across a card or something. But how much did I say we needed here? 6 inches. So we only want a small bow. Okay. like I say, it's worth checking out the online exclusives, you know, to see what's there. You can either do bunny ears, tie these 2 loops in a knot, or just do a traditional bow. So pull it together until you've got a bit of a knot, and then hold on to the knot and just pull the ends here, and then pull the loops again, and then that's how you get your sweet little bow. Sounds like I'm talking about my daughter. She's a sweet little bow. Okay, so on this one, the Melon Mambo edge is going to come in line with the bottom of the designer series paper here. So glue or tape along here, but really not too far up, because, you know, we don't want it over the top. So maybe, what's that, about 1/4 of the way up. And then just center that about there, like I say, with the line up with the bottom of the designer series paper, and then it all looks quite uniform. I put this one on with a glue dot, but it does show a bit underneath, so I'm going to try a bit of glue this time, see how that holds. It's very fine, so I think it will be okay. Oh, I don't know, it's moving. No, it's not loving that. Okay, let's try glue dot. You may be lucky with if you hold it a bit longer, keeping it in place, but I'm going to go for a glue dot for now. So I just roll that up, pop it. Oh, it's not going to stick where the glue was. Pop it on there, and then put the knots of the bow on there, and then you can just trim the ends, and like I say, they will probably fray a bit, but it looks quite cute anyway. And then finally, I've used these little gold hearts, and they are also an online exclusive. They're called Adhesive-Backed Heart Sequins. They're really cute. I think you get 3 sizes. Is it 3? Yeah, 3 sizes on there. So this time I'm going to go for a medium one. But you know, you don't have to put a little heart on, but I think it's quite cute. So there we have it. I hope you enjoy making my Cake Celebrations step panel card. Take care. See you soon. Bye.